It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the Panthers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's across the 40. 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot him at the 44. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery. And some room to work. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 31 yards first down. Now Bridgewater. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Montgomery.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Alan Lazard from a yard out. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll try to run with this. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be brought down at the 27. 2nd and 4. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the line in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play, They just didn't complete it.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. They'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Odell Beckham. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Give running left with Montgomery. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pull that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Bridgewater. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Allen Lazard. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you you loosened up, but even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? The good signal callers will never go back to Lotto and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Bridgewater's throw complete there to Thomas. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Down to about the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, nice move. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Able to find Lazard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Got his man. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Big Derek Brown making the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. The Colts looking for the win on the road in Week 1. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a short gain down to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Bridgewater. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
It's caught. Beckham. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here we go.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
2nd and 11. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Texans! A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. Now they go screen, it's complete. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And the Texans will take over.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this early to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Here we go, back.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So now the Texans down by 10, and time a huge factor. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Hold it. Defense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Now Montgomery running right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Down to the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Texans back out there and ready to go.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So now how does the Panther offense as they'll come in and go for the 2-point try? Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it.
CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the